Hello and welcome to The Explainer. Today we are digging into one of the biggest head-scratchers of modern AI. How can a tool that's so incredibly smart also be so incredibly wrong? In this explainer, we're going to look at a new technology that's trying to fix this fundamental trust problem with the AI we're all starting to use every single day.
You've totally been there, right? You ask an AI a question, and it spits back this incredibly detailed, well-written, and completely fabricated answer. But it delivers it with the confidence of a world-renowned expert. This thing is so common, it actually has a name: hallucination. And it's not just some weird quirk. It's a really critical flaw in the technology.
And this isn't just some random bug that pops up now and then. The sources we're looking at call it a full-blown crisis of trust. And why? Because most AI models, they operate from a single perspective. That makes them a single point of failure, which means they're just inherently prone to making mistakes and, well, having a pretty shaky relationship with the truth. This whole tendency to be confidently wrong is probably the single biggest thing holding AI back from being used in jobs where you absolutely cannot mess up. I mean, when the stakes are high, you can't just get an answer that sounds right. You need an answer that is right. And the scale of this problem? It's huge. Just look at this first bar. The data's showing a staggering 70% of businesses see this whole reliability mess as a major roadblock. They can't scale up their AI use. Then you look at that second bar. That's the error rate in critical fields, which can hit 20, even 30%. That's just, wow. It's completely unsustainable. So, how do you even begin to fix something like that? Well, a company out of Turkey called Amezay AI thinks the answer is a pretty radical shift in how we think about this. Instead of depending on one single flawed source of truth, what if you could ask an entire committee of experts for every single question? And when you put the two approaches side by side, the difference is just stark. On one hand, you have the standard model, right? A single AI acting like a lone oracle, which, as we know, can be flat out wrong. On the other hand, you have Amezay's committee approach. You get a consensus from multiple AIs, all checking each other's work to find the most trustworthy answer. This is the big idea right here, the digital consultation committee. So instead of asking just one AI, your question gets farmed out to a whole board of different specialized AI models, all at the same time. It's basically the digital version of getting a second and a third and a fourth expert opinion before you make a really big call. Okay, but how do you actually wrangle all those opinions? I mean, that sounds complicated. That's where Amazay's special tech, the Mastermind engine, comes into play. It's the real heart of the platform, and it's designed to take this flood of different answers and distill it down into a single verified truth. So let's see how it actually pulls this off. So the Mastermind process happens in 4 key stages, and it all happens in just a few moments. First up, it analyzes. The engine takes every single response from that AI committee and just deconstructs it, breaking down all the key arguments and data points from each model. Then it moves on to compare. It puts all those broken down answers next to each other, and it finds every single point where they agree, and, this is the crucial part, every point where they contradict each other. It's basically asking, okay, experts, where are you all on the same page and where are you disagreeing? And that leads to the most important step: verify. Any information that has a strong consensus across the models gets flagged as high confidence. But, and this is how it catches those hallucinations, any claim that comes from just one single source gets a much closer look. It's like a built-in fact checker. And finally, the engine synthesizes. It intelligently weaves together all that verified, high-confidence information into one comprehensive, easy-to-read final answer. An answer you can actually trust. So, after all that, what do you get? What does this whole process actually produce? Well, it's a whole new standard for AI-generated answers, ones that aren't just plausible sounding, but are provably reliable. And the numbers really speak for themselves. Amezay is claiming that its Mastermind engine is hitting an accuracy rate of over 95%, even on really complex questions. That is a massive leap forward in reliability compared to just using a single AI model. This table lays it all out perfectly. Standard AI, you get one perspective and the reliability is, let's just say, spotty. Amezay AI, you get a multimodal consensus that's highly reliable. But look at that last row, context memory. This is a big one. Amezay is built with a massive 1 million plus token memory, which solves that other incredibly frustrating problem. When the AI forgets what you were just talking about. And here's what one of these verified answers actually looks like in the real world. You'll notice it doesn't just give you a fact. It shows its work. It tells you that the conclusion was confirmed by 3 independent models. So the real innovation here isn't just getting the right answer, it's getting an answer that comes with its own proof of how reliable it is. When you zoom out, you realize this kind of technology isn't just about getting better answers to your questions. It's really about fundamentally changing our relationship with artificial intelligence. It's about building a whole new foundation for how humans and AI can actually work together. And just think about the fields where this is absolutely mission critical. We're talking about financial reporting, legal research, analyzing medical info, or even journalism and fact-checking. I mean, any area where the accuracy of information is non-negotiable, a system of verified intelligence could be a total game changer. And this all circles back to the company's core mission, which, as they put it, is to rebuild that human-AI relationship, moving away from a foundation of doubt and onto one of provable trust. So that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to mull over. If you never had to second-guess an AI ever again, if you just knew for fact that its answers were accurate and trustworthy, what new possibilities would that open up? What would you build with it? That's all for this explainer.